Hey guys, this is Gabe Turner. Obviously, this is my channel on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by. I'm here with Adam Payne today, and he's a guy I've known around online for a while, and I got him to agree to hang out with me online today and share some of his wisdom. And he's got an amazing new product out that I'm pretty excited about making commissions with YouTube, and it sounds pretty sweet. So I'd love to hear him talk about that. But first, I'd really love to just hear a little bit about your story, Adam. I'll just tell the audience. I mean, you're from Japan. Well, you're from England, but you live in Japan. That's really kind of unique. And I've been watching you, and the cool thing is that I think we were in a Facebook group together like 2 or 3 years ago, and in some online opportunity thing related to that, and then you kind of just disappeared, and or not really did. I would see you around YouTube every now and then I would say, wow, that guy's really doing stuff. And now our paths have crossed again, and so I'm just really curious. I read a little bit on your blog, but I'd love to hear some more of your story. I read some on your blog. It's pretty inspiring to see just what you've done in the last few years since I've met you online originally.
Thanks. Yeah. So basically, hello everybody. I'm from the UK. I'm from London. I came to Japan in 2000, just after the millennium. The plan was to come here for 6 months, do a bit of backpacking, and then go around Asia. And 15 years later, I'm still here. Got married, got a couple of little girls now. But that was never the plan. It just kind of happened. So what happened? Yeah, basically, I began doing what a lot of people do when they travel around these parts of the world. They start teaching English and just having a bit of fun. I was kind of young at the time, and things came, one thing led to another, and I stayed for a year and 2 years. I really enjoyed the culture. Ended up, cut a long story short, ended up doing my master's in applied linguistics and was teaching at universities. And then it just got to a point where you can only teach so much, and your income can only basically be earning money when you're in the classroom. And I enjoyed the job. I still enjoy it, but it got to a stage where I've got to do more because there was a limit on my income basically. So went online, did a bit of research. Didn't really have a clue what I was doing. I mean, I'd never heard of WordPress. Didn't know what a list was. No business background, no technical experience, nothing. I was as clueless a newbie as you could be.
What year was that?
That was probably in about 2012 was when I got started, but I probably did do a little bit of looking in 2011.
Okay.
And I kept coming up with like network marketing, MLM. I didn't really know what BizOp meant, but I know now. I know at the time I was kind of getting roped into these things kind of subconsciously, and ended up joining a few things that sounded good, but I didn't really kind of know what they were. And when I kind of got into the training, I don't know, it sounded good, but so I tried to get other people to join me, and they're asking me, why should I join you? And well, I don't really know. Why should you join me? I've not got a clue what I'm doing really. And it just, one thing led to another. But all the time that I was in these things, I was still learning stuff. I was learning, how to set up a blog, and that you could actually advertise on Facebook. I didn't even know you could advertise on Facebook, and that people were making money on YouTube. I had no idea. I didn't have a YouTube channel. I was watching videos. And it got to a stage where I was just doing a little bit of everything. I'd learned how to set up a blog, so I'd write a blog post, and then I learned what traffic was, and I learned that you could pay for it, so I took out a solo ad, and then I learned that you could make videos, so I took out a video, and I was everywhere, and I was no good at anything, but I was doing everything. I guess it all came to a head when I decided to stop with the business opportunity side and the MLM side and just get out of it completely. Not saying it's bad, it just personally wasn't for me. And focus on becoming really good at one thing. I had a friend in Japan called Chris Blair, who's now become a 6-figure Facebook marketer. And he was telling me that he was struggling until he focused on Facebook. So you should focus on one thing and become as good as you can possibly be with that one thing. And I chose YouTube. And that's when things kind of started to change. And ever since then, things have been on the up and up, I guess. Product creation, training, affiliate marketing, all kinds of stuff. We can get into that later if you want. But it's, yeah, it just boils down to maybe like focusing on one thing and becoming good at it, I think.
So how long did it take you from when you decided to focus on one thing? What did your life look like? Were you just like totally out many hours a day and just getting every kind of information you could get? And how long did it take for you to start to see some consistent results?
Well, I was working at universities, kind of getting home like 10 p.m. and then I'd go straight online after a shower. I'd go straight online and work till like 1 or 2. By 2 o'clock, your brain's not really working properly, and then you get up in the morning. You've got family and kids, so it's hard. It's not easy. And the focusing on YouTube made it easier because I didn't have to worry about trying to figure out solo ads or trying to figure out technical stuff. So I just focused on YouTube, and I bought a couple of courses and I went through them and I applied them. And once I got comfortable with those courses, I bought more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. Just anything related to YouTube only. My inbox was full of other stuff, but just YouTube only. And after a couple of months, I realized that I knew how to rank YouTube videos. Not always #1, but sometimes #2, #3, but on page 1. And I figured it was a skill set that I'd learned, but people didn't know how to do it. So I created a little Facebook group. And I got 7 or 8 people in for free and showed them. And people, the word, I guess, spreads. And then eventually my friend Chris Blair just put a thing on his Facebook profile, and he was getting famous at the time. Said, if you want to learn about YouTube, my friend Adam in Japan's also doing some cool stuff. And 2 guys, one guy's called Bill Hugel, one guy's called Anthony LaRocca, they were partners at the time, sent me a message and said, we've got a product, would you like to create a bonus for our product? And I said yes, and then I had no idea what to do. So I put together this little video training series and sent it to them. I paid some guys on Fiverr to make a little video intro and make it look flash. And then the product didn't launch. So I had all this stuff, and I was like, oh, what to do? But it just seemed to snowball. My name would kind of go out there, and people would ask me questions. I didn't have any way of monetizing at the moment. I was just ranking stuff. But eventually I then PM'd Bill, one of the 2 guys, and said, how do you make a product? And he said, I've got a group, it's $1,000 if you want to join my coaching. And I was like, okay. So I paid $1,000, and that group's now 5K, I think. But I paid $1,000, and I learned how to make a product. That product sold about 1,500 worth, which is not a lot in product sales. But for my first one, I was happy. I built a buyer's list, and then I could sell other related stuff to that buyer's list. And once they buy stuff from you, they're more receptive to your recommendations, and you treat them in the right way. And then I made a few more products. They didn't all go very well. But last month we made a product which sold over 125K. So it starts from small steps. And I had one product that sold 37 copies, and most of those are my friends. They're being nice to me. But I didn't give up, and you get better. And product creation is a great way to go. It's not a great business model if that's all you're doing, but it's a great model, and it's helped me. And so from that starting point to 125K product that's kind of the success kind of platform that I've gone on, I guess.
Wow. That's really cool. That's totally inspiring, because I feel like I'm kind of in the place of being in a lot of places, and I've started to focus in the last year and a half on 1 or 2 things, and I can see that is starting to help. That's starting to see some changes because of that. And YouTube is one of my places where I haven't tried very hard, but it's worked. And it's been, I think, one of my biggest traffic sources, besides just regular SEO from my blog posts.
It's great for traffic because you can rank on YouTube, but perhaps you wouldn't rank on Google because it's easier to rank on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And if you create a video which may not appear sexy to other people, but if it solves one little issue, I'll give you an example. I made a video. It was how to add a clickable link inside of your video in a YouTube video and redirect it to anywhere on YouTube, which is a little bit grey hat, but I was always wondering how to do it. And I found someone on the Warrior forum that explained how to do it in one of their paid forums. So I figured I'd make a video tutorial. That video's now got over 100,000 views, and it gets me like leads daily because I put a little annotation in there to click here to get a little free gift. And that one video gets me, leads every day from one video. And it sounds like it's a boring title, but there are people out there that, like I was, that want to know how to do it. Not every video goes viral, of course, but it's a great way to get free traffic and organic traffic. And it's very focused because people are coming to YouTube with the mindset of I've got a problem, and if you solve the problem, a lot of them will opt in, and it's great. It's free and it's targeted, and you've not got to pay anybody to do it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I just kick myself because I think if I would have made a video at least once a week from when I first started making them, my life would be totally different now, probably. Because the ones that I did, what?
Never too late.
Well, yeah, the ones I'm so grateful for, the ones that I did make like 2 or 3 years ago. They are. It just blows my mind to see the stats on those and how many people are watching those every day. Just incredible.
You haven't got to be technical, or you haven't got to have fancy graphics. You just got to be yourself, and don't ramble too much. Just one problem per video or one topic per video. Do you want to know how to do this? Well, I'm going to show you this, and if you'd like to learn more, here's a link. Click on it now. It's appearing in the top right corner. And yeah, not everybody, of course, not everybody will opt in, but people will still subscribe perhaps. And if they subscribe, when you upload another video, they get notified. They may watch that. And even if they just watch it, it's a view which helps you rank, which means more people will watch it. So the snowball effect. But you got to be consistent. It's people want to do YouTube and upload 5 videos and then do nothing. It's not really going to have the beneficial effect, but it's definitely one good traffic source, and there are plenty out there.
So is consistency on YouTube? I mean, how? Because I'm pretty sporadic. Like I'll have a power week where I'll get inspired. I'll make 5 videos, and then I'll post them over that week. And sometimes I'll post them all at the same day. And then I'll go a month without posting anything. And then I'll post a few, and then is that bad, or is it if you're regular, or like every week, or what?
Yeah, I mean, some people say it's like a TV show. Like if your TV show's on at 9 p.m. on Saturday, and then suddenly someone shows it at 1 o'clock on a Monday afternoon, people are going to miss it. And so some people say you should do it. You should schedule your posts. I mean, you can make the videos when you want, but you can upload them specific time. Maybe you upload one on Monday at 1 p.m. one on Thursday at 1 p.m., one on Sunday 1 p.m. It doesn't really matter. That's good if you've got a subscriber base that watch your videos. I used to do that, and then I just kind of stopped. And most of my videos I make now, I'll send to my list. So I'll just make a video when I feel like it. But I think it's a good starting point, and it keeps you focused as well, because if you have a schedule and you stick to it, it definitely does help, and it's going to help with your viewership as well. So I would advocate it. I did it. I stopped. Kind of. Maybe I should get back to it, but it's definitely a good idea.
Okay.
Okay, definitely.
So I've been curious, and I have a feeling that the product that you're promoting right now is about this. I've been very curious about CPA marketing on YouTube, and is that about what this product is about?
Well, I had a friend called James who's based in Florida, and he's been making videos for a while, just reviewing little products. You can do it with CPA, you can do it with affiliate products. Probably better outside of the make money online niche, purely because, well, I'll say that. I mean, there are 2 kinds of video reviews. You can do video reviews of products that are kind of hot or live right now. But then you've got to compete with the guys that do the black hat stuff, that rank their videos for a week and then disappear. But if you do it for evergreen products on ClickBank or CPA, whatever, then you can pick, you can do ClickBank products, affiliate. There are plenty of affiliate programs out there, CPA offers out there. But James was making these review videos and getting paid because he was getting commissions consistently. He was getting $1,500, $2,000 over a period of time. Not, you know, in a day, it takes time, but you're getting these little commissions daily or every other day. But he wasn't ranking. So I know how to rank videos. So we basically combined. So part of this course is, I mean, I've taken what James has told me and I put it into a PDF with some videos inside. How to find products, little scripts you can use, and then how to rank them. We have that on like a PDF with some videos inside, and then there's another one-time or an upsell where we just have over-the-shoulder video training, and then we have a few other kind of OTOs, but they're not necessary. Front end's the PDF, and the first OTO is the over-the-shoulder videos, if that's how you prefer to learn.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not just CPA. I mean, it's mainly ClickBank stuff, but it can be applied to CPA. I mean, with CPA, people tend to simplify that. I think there's a lot of moving parts to CPA because getting approved for a network is not that difficult, but there are certain offers and you have to track it all correctly. It can be quite technical, and you can rank a video, but ranking a video is one thing. But if nobody buys anything or opts in, it's kind of pointless. So you've got to get people to take an action. And with CPA, you then maybe want to like take them off of the video onto, it's kind of called a content-rich landing page. It kind of looks like a blog, but it's not updated daily. There's just lots of content and educational stuff, and within that stuff, there's like links to your CPA offer.
Yeah.
But you can direct link to the sales page as well, but you'll see less conversions because people don't come onto YouTube with the mindset that they want to stumble across your video that's promoting a weight loss product that they then want to buy. They want to learn something, and if they learn something or get educated or entertained, they may then take the next step, which is to click off. And if they go straight to a sales page, some will buy, but a lot of people will think, well, it's a bit, you know, spammy, or they don't have the mindset to buy it. But if they go to more content, they may not even buy them, but they'll come back to that site later on and then read some more stuff, and they may see a link in that content to buy something. And it's a numbers game, really. People have got to just not expect miracles overnight, but it does happen. People are making money online doing everything, so everything works.
Right.
Do it right.
How long would it take to make one of those did you call it a content-rich landing page? Or
I'll just outsource it. I mean, what I do, first of all, what I would do is I would decide my niche first. And weight loss is quite generic. I mean, people that want to lose tummy fat don't want to lose underarm fat, and men and women are different. But I would choose one particular niche that I was perhaps interested in, and that there were products for sale, of course. Then I would create, if I wanted to do CPA, then I would create a little, it'd basically be a WordPress site. I would outsource it personally because I'm not technical. I would pay somebody, I would find something that I like the look of, and then I would say, can you model this? I might pay them $100 to make the site. I might get some content created, maybe $5 for an article, upload 10, 15 articles onto the site, and then that would be it, basically. Then I would input my links in there. But you don't have to do that. That's the long-winded way for CPA. If you want to do this, do ClickBank commissions, you can just link to the sales page. And it's a good way as well to test whether that sales page converts. Because you get 100 clicks to the sales page and not one sale. It may not be your fault. It may be the sales page copy is not very good. So there's a lot of testing and that kind of stuff that goes into it. And it depends on the budget you've got and the time frame you've got and all those kind of things. But in the long run,
ClickBank products are just better to go after, it sounds like.
Well, they're easier, but not all ClickBank products are good. I mean, when you go onto ClickBank, you can search. So you can get a free account and you can go to the marketplace and you can type in a generic thing like weight loss, and you can sort them by gravity. And gravity just basically means the higher the gravity, the bigger the number of affiliates there are making sales, which is good because then it means people are making money selling that product, so it's converting, but it also means more competition. So if the gravity, I think, is anywhere from, say, 10 to 80, you're in a good spot. If it's above 80, it's a kind of ClickBank Goliath, which means it's making a lot of money, but you're going to have tough competition. And if it's below 10, it may be a new product that perhaps just hasn't got traction, but it could just mean that the product's not selling. So between 10 and 80 is a good, base point to go with. It's not set in stone. It could be 9, it could be 90. It's just what we like to do, and that's a good place to start from, I think.
Okay. So the product is called Commission Juggernaut, and we've been kind of talking about talking about it in general, but is there maybe a good intro you can give for it, or what exactly it is? And
so basically, it's a product which goes over how to do research, then how to take the research and create simple videos, and then how to get those videos ranked on YouTube. And then once those videos are ranked on YouTube, of course, the traffic's going to start coming in. I do have a few bonus videos which I throw in, which shows you how you can use Facebook videos and get really, really targeted traffic from Facebook, and then direct those to YouTube. Because a lot of people in old products, they'd say buy views and buy likes and buy comments, and you can get away with it, but it's a little bit black hat, and you're buying views for aesthetic reasons. The views, people that view the video don't care. It just looks like it's popular. So if you want to buy views, I'd say buy 50 or 100 and never buy any more than that. Don't go about buy 1,000 views, because even if you get away with it, you're not going to get away with it for long. Because if your search term gets 1,000 searches per month, but you buy 5,000 views within 48 hours, Google's not stupid. And suddenly you get 50 likes and you buy all these comments, which half of them don't sound grammatically correct, and it just doesn't look good. So the Facebook one that I show is doing your targeting on Facebook, then uploading a video to Facebook, and you can get really, really cheap video views. Facebook, it sounds all technical now, but it's explained in the videos. So let's say, for example, I've got a weight loss video on YouTube. What I can do is I can create a weight loss Facebook fan page. I've got no goal of building up this fan page. I then put a little teaser video that I upload. I might say something in my teaser video. It may be 10, 15 seconds long. I will then target people on Facebook who like weight loss or interested in weight loss. And then everybody that views that video, Facebook will automatically build what's called a custom audience in my ads manager. It's like a list, basically, of people that have viewed the video. I can then take, and it's really, really cheap, like 0.0001 per view. I can take that list, and then I can run another ad, which says, if you'd like to learn more, click here. And that link takes them to the YouTube video. And they're already targeted because I know they like weight loss. And then they go to my YouTube video, and then they'll watch it, and then I'll get the views that way. So I am paying for the views, but I'm paying for real targeted views, people that could be interested. Yeah. And that's simplified. I mean, it's explained in the bonus videos. So we cover that. But most of the stuff just generic kind of ranking videos on YouTube, how to rank videos, what to say in your videos, and it's a step-by-step process, basically.
So what are you, so say you do a weight loss niche one, and say you do a few videos on that to sell different products. Are you creating an entirely different YouTube channel probably?
I would create a YouTube channel for weight loss. I would create a YouTube, you can create 50 channels. Under your main channel if you want. You can keep them all under a main channel, so you can have your main YouTube channel, and then you can create other channels which are underneath, or you can create completely new Gmail accounts, which doesn't really matter what you do. That's a bit harder to manage because you've got to log in each time. Yeah,
I wouldn't know, like, if people follow me on my main account, are they going to find out that I have this weight loss account?
No, because you can when you log into your regular YouTube account, you have the option to switch accounts.
Yeah.
You can have a completely different picture, name. You haven't got to mention your name at all, so nobody would know it was you. But of course, if they stumble across it and they recognize you, perhaps.
Yeah. That would be what I'd be wondering about. And if I put my face on a video that's talking about weight loss, I'm like, why is this guy talking about weight loss? I don't know. What do you say about that kind of thing?
Well, I mean, I'd only review stuff that I've bought. I'd buy the product, even if it's $30, I'd buy it. And then I would either hold the PDF, or I would share my screen. They wouldn't see my face, perhaps, but they'd see me going through it. I might take them through the sales process. I may even make 10 little videos of the same product and have a review of chapter 1, a review of chapter 2. And in my description, I might link them all together. which helps ranking. So yeah, I mean, I've got YouTube channels in the parenting niche, but then I've got 2 kids, so I can talk about it. Personally, I don't do weight loss because I don't have any experience, knowledge in it, and I'm not interested in it. But it is a big niche, and there's nothing to say you couldn't do it. Just yeah, pick stuff you're interested in, you like. There are golf products, there are survival products, there are so many different niches out there. You could easily find something that you could.
Okay. And these videos don't have to be anything special, even.
No. James has got some in his kitchen. He's in his kitchen doing a cookbook kind of thing, and he's cooking something. You can just be talking to the screen. You can just have your screen share. I'm not a technical person. I don't have any of these fancy graphics going across. And if you can do it, then by all means. They can be whiteboard animation videos if you've got some of these softwares that are out there now. I don't think it really matters as long as the title is good and you target people the right way. I mean, if you solve a problem or if you help people out, I mean, if you just come on there and say, look, buy my stuff, click here, people aren't going to be interested. But, you know, give people a weight loss tip and then tell them there's something else here. You know, actually educate them or entertain them first with value and then lead on to the next point.
Okay.
That's the best way.
So say there's somebody out there right now who's watching this and they've got time, but they don't have funds. They can buy the product, but this sounds like a good thing that you can pretty much do without needing to pay for anything, except for that maybe buying some views like that, like you were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, like the product's less than $10 for the front end. I mean, if you want the videos, it's $17, but the front end's $10. So you've got $10 for the product. Some videos you may need to do a little bit of boosting with backlinks and that kind of stuff. I've never paid more than $15 per video in my life. The Facebook method is really cheap. You can work within a $5 a day budget if you want to do that, and you just pay what you can afford. You know, if you can't afford it, you don't pay it.
Yeah.
I personally have the mindset that if people can't afford, you know, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, they shouldn't be buying these products. They should be figuring out a way to earn some money first in order to get these products, because I'm kind of fortunate in the way that I've never been in a situation where I've never been completely bankrupt. I've never been completely broke. I've been in a situation where I've not been rich, but I mean, I live in Japan and I cut my cable TV, which was my only source of like the English world. I used to watch football and, you know, that kind of stuff. I used to go out to Starbucks, and I cut that stuff so I could afford to buy the products and the training. I spent $5,000 on a coach when I probably had about $2,000 in the bank. But if you're resourceful, you find a way. If there's ways to, you know, you can sell services on outsourcing sites. You can, you know, you can sell. If you're an English speaker, you can proofread. If you've got a special technical skill, you can set up stuff for people. It's not going to make you rich, but you take that money and then you put it back into education. I don't understand the mindset of people that tell me that they're bankrupt, but they still want to spend $10 on a product. And then they say, well, I can't afford to advertise. If you can't afford it, don't buy it.
Right.
Spend the money, find a way to save the money from cutting down on other stuff, or find a way. I mean, you can do arbitrage. You can go onto Craigslist and you can find people that want to buy stuff. You can then go onto Fiverr and get that stuff done and then sell it to those people for a profit. There's ways out there, but you shouldn't be buying information product after information product if you can't afford $10.
Right. I guess I just wanted to know, like, if someone wants to do this strategy, what can they expect to spend so that they actually succeed? For
a number, I would say no more than $15 per video, but most of the time it wouldn't even be that. It might be $5 per video. Okay. You may rank without having to spend anything if it's not a competitive niche. If you want to do the Facebook method, maybe $5 a day for a couple of days. That'd be it.
Cool. So, and how long? Can you give like a range of how long would it take for someone to see some income from this? I mean, I guess it depends, but
Yeah, it depends, and it's really hard to say, because if I say something and then someone doesn't make the money in that time, they're going to get angry. Um, it is honestly, if I'm perfectly honest, it's impossible to say. I mean, you could make money in the first day. You may not make money for a couple of weeks. It really depends on the videos that you put out, the targeting, whether you don't skip steps. If somebody just tries to make a video called "Make Money Online," they're not going to make any money online from the video because they won't rank it. But yeah, it's one of those things where I can't say because it's so variable. And if I did say a day, people may not make money in a day. And if I said, you know, it could be different. So
yeah, I just know I know people are asking that question. I'm sure. I guess the main thing is be patient and persevere. These sorts of things work. And
people that are asking that question, they've got the wrong mindset. I mean, the people that say, can I make money with this? How long will it take me to make money with this? All these kind of questions, which I see all the time, and I get asked them all the time as well by people on my list. Yeah. Those are the people that struggle. It's a process, and you've got to just get the process down. And even if you don't make a bunch of money, you're going to learn how to rank videos, and then that in itself is a skill set that you can teach others. And people will gladly pay you for that skill set. So people have got to get out of the mindset of, will it work for me? It'll work for anybody. How long will it take? How long's a piece of string? They're the kind of question I completely understand, because I get asked those all the time. But yeah, people that are asking those questions need to ask other questions.
Right. That's good to hear. Let me see if there's any other questions. So how we turned $15 into $15.61, then duplicated the process for massive passive income. This is cool. So James was doing this on his own, and then you helped skyrocket his success.
Basically, yeah. I mean, James was making commissions. He was making videos. He was doing a basic research. So he had that done. We just kind of got the videos and pushed them up the rankings and showed how, and we just combined the two. So James had the video creation side down, the research side down, and then I had the ranking side down. So we put it all together, basically.
That's awesome. That is really cool. I'm excited about this. I'm going to definitely take a look at it, and it's actually something I've been wondering about, because I feel like I'm kind of in the place where James is. Like, I've been kind of feeling around, grabbing little tips here and there, and I've been able to. Some of my videos I'm kind of blown away by, but some of them are like nothing happening.
We've all got those videos. And one thing I can also say to people that are watching is, a lot of people are afraid of getting on camera and afraid of getting on video, and I think we all are at the first time. And the first videos that everybody makes are going to be absolutely awful. They're going to be terrible. But at the end of the day, the people watching the videos don't care what you look like. They're so concerned about what they look like. They don't care about you. They don't care about you've not got your makeup on, or you've got bad hair day, or you're wearing silly clothes, whatever. As long as the content's good. I mean, yeah, you want to take a little bit of care, obviously, on how you look, but people don't really care. I mean, no one. I mean, look, my hair's all over the place, but people don't care. People are more concerned about themselves. So it sounds kind of harsh, but people need to get over it, and just once you make the first 3 or 4 videos, you'll realize it's not that hard and it's not that scary.
Yeah, I just watched one of my old videos recently, and I was like, wow. I've done probably 60 videos now or something, and maybe more, and I just kind of naturally got better at it. I'm not perfect, but my videos now compared to when I first started, wow, it's just amazing. So,
yeah, definitely.
How many videos do you have online? Do you know?
I don't know. I mean, I've got about 30 channels, but my kind of my main make money on, well, I say my make money online channel. I have the channel like this kind of like for interviews and my product, my make money online product reviews and trainings. They're more for just sending out to my list and Facebook group. I don't do much SEO on those kind of videos, but I must have about 400 or 500, I guess. And then like niche channels, anything from, you know, 3 or 4 on some channels to like 40, 50 on other channels. So probably not far, probably about 1,000, I guess, give or take.
Wow.
Variety, yeah, and some of them are awful. I mean, you can find old, I've got my old videos up, which I'm kind of promoting stuff that I don't even promote anymore on those videos. I should really go in and edit them and say I don't do this anymore, but I just leave them up. But yeah, just practice makes perfect.
Yeah. Well, one question occurred to me is that keyword research, I know that's a big deal with ranking, right? That's something that always overwhelms me whenever I try to figure it out. And I think I figured some parts of it out, but I always get to a certain point where I'm kind of like, oh, this is just making my head hurt, and I feel like I'm not understanding it right, so I probably screw it up. So screw it, you know. Is there like a something that you could tell us that maybe it's in the product, but is there like some basic things that you really need to know about getting your title and your keyword right?
Well, for keyword research, I don't use any softwares or tools. I mean, there are people out there that are hardcore SEO people that do it, and maybe if you've got a blog or a website, it's different. What I would do is I would ask myself, who is my ideal customer? And I don't actually cover this in detail in the product, so it's good to talk about it now. Let's say you want to make a golf channel, okay, and you want to target golfers. What I do is I'd write on a piece of paper or on a notepad five key phrases that golfers would perhaps come onto YouTube for. So it might be how to putt better, how to drive further, how to, those kind of things. I'm not a golfer myself, but those kind of things. I'd write down 5. And then I'd go into Google and I'd start typing in how to, I wouldn't say how to putt better, but I'd say how to putt. And then Google autocomplete will then drop down like 10 things. How to putt better, how to putt straighter, how to putt, you know, more efficiently, whatever it is. And I'd make a list of all those things. And then at the bottom of the page, YouTube has another list of kind of phrases if they scroll down to the bottom, and I'd copy those. So from just typing in that how to putt phrase, I've then got about 20 or 30 phrases, and all of those phrases are potential videos. And then I'd type in another one, how to swing, and I might get the wrong kind of swinging in there, but how to swing smoother and that kind of stuff. And then I'd get the how to, I'm not sure, with golf, I might be how to drive. And of course, some of the things might be driving a car. So then I'd have to change it a little bit, how to drive a golf ball, something. By doing that, you end up getting about 70, 80, 100 different topics. Each one is a potential video. And then I might go into Google Keyword Planner and just quickly search, do the search terms. And if it gets like no searches, I wouldn't make a video. But even if it gets 20 searches, there's still 20 people searching for it. So if all those 20 people come to my video and one of them buys something, it's worth it. And then I don't really stress so much about keyword research. I just use common sense and think, what would people type into Google and YouTube? And I use that. And if I can't find enough stuff, then I think, well, maybe it isn't a good idea for a niche. So I choose something else. So yeah, I do use Google Keyword, and we do go into it a little bit when we do our research. We don't so much do the keyword research, but we research other people's videos that are already made. So then so let's say I'm doing the golfing niche and how to putt straighter. I'd then go into YouTube and type in how to putt straighter, and I'd find the top ranking video. I'd then use tools to then research that video and see if that video is beatable or not. And if that video's got, you know, 50,000 views and, you know, 500,000 people subscribe to the channel, I may not be able to beat that video. But there are ways that you can connect your video to that video and appear on the right-hand side. And if you have a more attractive thumbnail, people will watch. They might not find your video in the search engines, but they'll be looking at it. And on the right-hand side, there's all the related videos. And if your video stands out, it draws their attention. Not all of them, but some of them will click on your video. And once they've clicked on your video, that person's gone. They're lost. But then, of course, it's your video's job then to then be educational or entertaining and get the click. Because the end goal is to get people off of YouTube. If they stay on YouTube, they're just going to watch your video, be, oh, wow, that's good, and then go and watch another video, and then you've lost them. So I do my research also more on other videos, and we show you how to do that. And it's all free tools. It's not paid tools. I mean, you can pay for these tools, but the free version's enough.
Right. Well, that's good. That's encouraging. It's not as complicated as I thought it would be.
It can be complicated, but I think a lot of these courses and a lot of these people will show you these mind maps and these strategies, which you look at and you think, oh, they must be an amazing guru, because there's a little circle there and 50 different legs going off and technical stuff. And it's really easy to make something complicated, because I've done it so many times. But it's hard to take something complicated and make it simple, which maybe from a teaching background is something I can do. I don't know, but that's the way to do it. Simplify stuff, get a process down. Once that process becomes second nature and almost boring, that's when you know that you can do it. And you just do it again and again and again and again. And you know, maybe YouTube isn't your thing. Maybe it's Facebook. You know, maybe it's Twitter. Maybe it's paid media. But just pick one thing and become good at it.
Yeah, that's really good advice for everybody out there. So it's Commission Juggernaut, and this is there a special price up until a certain point, or?
I'll have to check the sales page, because we launched it a couple of days ago and we had a little special price. It's not going to be any more than $10. It shouldn't be. So it may be $9.95 when people click on it, but it shouldn't be more than that. If people want the Facebook bonus videos, then they should buy it on the first page. There will be another option. If people say they don't want to buy it, it'll go to another page, but that won't include the Facebook strategy. So if people want that, they should buy it. The OTO videos, personally, I would recommend, purely because you get to see over the shoulder. The other two products in the funnel are completely optional. You don't need those. If you like what you see, by all means. But if I were a customer, I would buy the front-end product, which is a PDF with a few video links, and then I would buy the OTO videos just because you can see it. And personally, I just like seeing stuff being done.
Yeah, great. Well, everybody, I'll have a link below this video that you can go to and get this product, Commission Juggernaut. And thanks, Adam, for hanging out and sharing the wisdom. This is awesome. I'm going to be going back over this recording for a while. So
sounds good. I appreciate it.
So much. This is fun.